Hi, my name is Robert Abaliwano, and my family and I have been coming here for about 5.5 years. In 2010, the idea of consulting had come to my mind. I discussed it with my wife and actually decided that, you know what, I need to leave my full-time job and go into consulting. So we prayed about it and we deliberated over it, but at the end of it, we felt peace about it. In 2012, I was called by a recruiting agent. At the time, it was known as Dexia, and they had a position available for me. So I applied for it, knowing that we had prayed for close to 2 years. We decided that this was the right time. We felt the peace of the Lord, and I went for the interview. I got the job, accepted the role, and contacted my manager and submitted my resignation. A farewell party was held for me, and I bid farewell to Bank of Montreal, where I was at the time. My final week, I got a call from my would-be project manager who asked whether I'd actually already resigned. I found that rather odd. I decided to ask him why. Well, he told me the events that were occurring within the organization had impacted the number of projects. In other words, I had no job. So he asked me whether I could actually ask for my job back, but I couldn't do that. I don't know if it was my pride or my lack of humility, but I just found that difficult to do. And so I got up from my chair. I did a couple walks around the block. My mind was very clouded because I was asking God so many questions. Why, after having received the peace from Him, why had He put me in this position? I mean, I put my family at financial risk, and there I felt we were left hanging. And made a call to my wife, told her the events of the day. As you can imagine, she was very shocked at what had happened, but proceeded to ask me as to why I was sounding so calm about it. I told her that we have to leave it to the Lord. The Lord has been faithful to us over time and time again. He has been always coming through for us, and that His ways are much higher than our ways. My would-be project manager called me the following day, and he told me that my resume would be forwarded to 2 other project teams that were looking for IT business consultant. He asked me whether that was okay with me. Obviously, it was a no-brainer for me, given that I had no options to deliberate on. The next day, I got a call, and they interviewed me for the role, and I got a position for one of those roles I was interviewed for. Looking back at the events, I noticed that things were not by luck or chance. When I was being considered for the interview, my 2 hiring managers had been in discussion on my resume. A lady was walking down the corridor when she heard my name being mentioned. So she pops into that room and asked them how they knew Robert Balano, because she knew me. I was called on her recommendation. So I went for the interview simply because this young lady had recommended me. Now, what's the connection here? 2006, when I joined Bank of Montreal, there was a young lady who was going on maternity leave, and I happened to be the individual that was hired for her role. When she came back, we worked together in that team, hence the reason why she recommended me. So the Lord works in very mysterious ways. I learned through that experience that His ways are much higher than ours. Yes, my journey is been challenging, but what it has done now for me is it has allowed me to walk with expectation. Expectation knowing that the Lord is always there for me despite the situation. I can only see a small picture. He sees the bigger picture. And for that, I'm truly grateful to Him. Thank you.